the Fiends. My name is Pickle Rick, aka the Juggler, and this is Locked into Lunacy. Hell yeah. Tonight we're doing Stranglemania versus WrestleMania. Um, I eventually want to get some like tarp or something in the background to like neutralize out that because I'm using a green screen right now because I don't have a lot of cool shit behind me. I just got some junk behind me. Um, but I would like this background to not be so shitty and keep like poking through. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Maybe get a tarp back there or something. Or just figure out a better background situation. Just need to work on that. Um, there's an elephant in the room, and that's that Stranglemania turned up for free yesterday as JCW Lunacy. Instead of getting a new episode of JCW Lunacy. And that was kind of disappointing because I felt like for those of us that supported JCW and paid the fee, we weren't really we weren't really rewarded for that. They definitely didn't act like they were going to um, they definitely didn't act like they were gonna just show it for free the next week on Lunacy. If you watch my last Locked into Lunacy that I did my best to be like a promo, uh, kind of like selling you guys, how you had to buy, JCW Stranglemania. You know, like it was going to be the only way to watch it. They definitely sold it to us like that. Like this was the way we were going to have to watch it. And I'm not complaining. I mean, $8 not much. It's a great deal. It's way better than 50 for WrestleMania or something like that. Um, but WWE would never just show WrestleMania the next night on Raw. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of a slap in the face. I feel like I understand that they had a live show and now they need to do more tapings so that they can do future shows and stuff like that. It was just a little disappointing for some of us that actually went the extra mile and supported JCW, and we didn't really have anything to show for it in the end, other than we could say we did it. But this really incentivizes me to do it in the future, knowing that they're probably just going to, like, if they have any more PLEs in the future, they're probably just going to show them on Lunacy the next week for free. So there's not really any benefit to supporting it on our side. I mean, there's a benefit to supporting it on their side, and that's great. You know, anytime I get a chance to support JCW, I want to do that. But I don't really want to feel like I get nothing out of that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, enough bitching about JCW being for free. Some of you might be from the comment section last night at JCW Lunacy, where I was kind of just bitching about that, and some other people were, and uh, I don't want to seem like I'm down on JCW or anything, but it was just kind of disappointing from that perspective. It was awesome if you guys didn't pay for JCW and you guys just got, or if you didn't pay for Stranglemania and you still got it for free. That's pretty cool. I don't think anybody was expecting that. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to Locked into Lunacy with Pickle Rick, aka the Juggler. Uh, I got a Pickle Rick Hatchet Man in the background there. Just ignore all the garbage and shit that's poking through there. What's up, dude? You're cool. I try. I don't know about that, but it'd be cool if I had a couple more subscribers. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, you know. Um, no, what was cool was JCW, Stranglemania. I really liked it. I really liked the show a lot. Um, we had a few disappointments like Charlie Haas not being there. A few things fell through. It didn't feel like it, but all in all, it was a pretty good show in Las Vegas. I heard seats were like $25. I know if you guys follow the House of Grim podcast, they did a live stream where they like stayed up till like 2, 3 in the morning live, and they collaborated with another YouTuber. I'm gonna look him up and subscribe, but he was actually at the event, so that was pretty cool. Um, so let's talk about it, man. The first match of the night was the St. Clair Monster Corporation versus the Rock and Roll Express, um, and George Juggalo South. Um, and we know that Vince Russo, in storyline at least, wants to break them up, and Jasmine Sinclair was kind of against it. But then they lost their match, so it does look like they're going to be broken up in storyline. And I think that'll be cool and interesting to see, like, what's Mr. Happy going to be like by himself? You know, what's Congo Khan going to be like by himself? What's if Beastman is still around, what's he going to be like by himself? You know what I mean? Um, Burger King or McDonald's? Definitely Burger King. I'm a Burger King guy. It helps if you're allowed to, if you feel you're allowed to call your food or a burger and not refer to it as a product. You know, we had that CEO video of the McDonald's CEO taking a bite of their product because he didn't want to call it a burger or food. And then he definitely spit into a napkin off camera with that camera cut. But anyway, yeah, I think it'll be interesting going forward. Hopefully to see single runs from all the guys in St. Clair Monster Corporation, at least Mr. Happy and Congo Khan. Where will that lead Jasmine St. Clair? Is she still going to manage each of them individually? Is she going to do something else? Is she going to go away from, you know, I feel a little like when all those guys are in single runs, it's going to be kind of hard to justify her being them, unless she's going to be a manager for all of them, which could happen, or just one of them. But yeah, next we had Mickey Knuckles versus Kerry Morton. And we had Kerry Morton come out with the whole like misogynistic thing, like, yeah, I'm gonna put this woman in her place. And I definitely 100% thought that, okay, this is where Mickey Knuckles is gonna kick his ass. I definitely didn't feel like Kerry Morton was gonna win going into that. I was very surprised when he did. Um, Let me know, guys, what did you think of this hardcore match, basically between Kerry Morton and Mickey Knuckles? Um, yeah, it was definitely a surprise finish for me. Let me see. What was the next match? There was that the American Championship match was a 5-way between Facade defending and Disco Ray, and who else? Ninja Mac was in it. Mosh Pit Mike was in it. Was that everybody that was in it? Anyway, it looked like Disco Ray was going to win it all. And then the last minute, Ring Rat turns on him, does that nut shot. Turns out she's with Stephen Flo. Facade gets the pin and gets the win. Little bit of fantasy booking. I think it would be cool if we got like a tag team match next week with like Facade teaming up with Stevie Richards, Stephen Flo versus Cocaine and Disco Ray. I think that would be a pretty cool tag team match. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this new rivalry between Disco Ray and Stephen Flo is going to go. You never know who Ring Rat's going to gravitate towards next. I feel like it's pretty random. From Caleb Conley to Disco Ray to Stephen Flo. I guess Stephen Flo kind of makes some sense as he's starting to become a man that's going after what he wants, you know. I can see that being attractive to a woman like Ring Rat. It's not afraid to do anything necessary to get what they need. Hell yeah. So yeah, I feel like that's gonna be interesting going into the future. I really thought Facade was gonna lose his title in this match. I'm really hoping that he does in the future. Um, because I'm sick of seeing Facade hold that title. I want to see somebody else hold the American title. Or just have a good rivalry for the title. Not necessarily somebody else hold it, but like let's see a good like back and forth for the American title. Let me write out a what the heck? Ask you a question. How do I do a poll? Anyway, fuck it. Let's just ask people in the chat. What do you guys think was better, WrestleMania or Stranglemania? But anyway, let's keep going forward with the review while people answer. I only got one person left in my chat. Everybody left. Next we had that tag team match between with J Rod and her surprise partner, which I already forgot who that was. Some girl from TNA, I guess. Against Danny Moe and Big Al defending her women's championship. And we had J Rod win it, become the new JCW women's champion. I think that it'll be cool seeing J Rod in the future win or defend the championship. I feel like she'll be a good heel champion on top, just demolishing everybody. I can see her having a good run of just burying people. So I can see that being pretty entertaining for the JCW crowd. Let me know what you guys think about any of this. Just feel free to chime in the comments or in the chat, I mean, or leave me a comment. This is going to be a video right after. So what I normally do, if you guys aren't familiar, I usually do this live stream and then I usually just put it up as a video right away on the Locked Into Lunacy playlist. So you don't even have to wait for it a day for it to process. I'll just like post it up on the playlist and I'll give it a thumbnail and put something in the description and call it a day. We had the tag team match between the tag champions, Too Tough Tony, Willie Mack. They were teaming up with RVD. And then we had the Good Brothers teaming up with Kenta. It was an okay match. I feel like the finish was a little weird and botched, maybe. Let me know what you guys thought of that. I definitely don't feel like it was the 5-star 6-man wrestling match that we were kind of expecting from these guys. Well, I guess at least between RVD and Kenta, right? Probably more from that. I know Willie Mack can move in there. I know the Good Brothers can move in there. Too Tough Tony's, hate to say it, he's kind of looking kind of slow these days. But he still looks good. He still does the meteorite punch. Everything. Everybody loves Too Tough Tony. So, and then we had the JCW World Title match. It was a 4-way. Caleb Conley, Nick Nemeth, fucking who is the other guy in there? Matt Riddle, just randomly Matt Riddle, and then Cocaine defending. And we had EC3 as the special guest referee with Jeeves. So I was called this one. This was one of the ones that I was right about. That EC3 was going to screw over Caleb Conley, and he did. Caleb Conley could have won it all. He pinned him. He would have pinned them all in succession. But EC3 was there to screw him over, and Vince Russo not very happy about that. I'm very excited to see this rivalry going forward. What's it going to be like? That was the one thing I was really looking forward to this week's JCW Lunacy, but they just showed Stranglemania. But we'll see it next week. Hopefully, the development of this rivalry between Caleb Conley and EC3. Just got a notification from Big Vito Brand on Facebook. Hey guys, if you have Facebook and you're not part of the Big Vito Brand Facebook group, definitely check that out. Go follow that, and you can get messages from Big Vito on Facebook. kind of see what he's posting every day. Some of that stuff's pretty entertaining. And that's actually where I got the full card first from for Stranglemania. Those of us that follow the Big Vito Brand over on Facebook, we got the full card for Stranglemania first. And then we had our main event, the Vampiro retirement match with PCO and freaking Big Vito himself. And we had Justin Roberts come in there, the legendary legendary ring announcer, Justin Roberts, which was so cool. I could only imagine back in the day when I used to watch Justin Roberts on WWE announcing the Insane Clown Posse, because one thing I would always wish for as a young juggalo teenager watching wrestling was like, oh, what if ICP came back? You know, you would always see like the Hatchet Mans in the crowd and stuff like that, and you were always like, oh, what if at least I was like, well, what if ICP just showed up on Raw one time? That was kind of my like wishful thinking back then, because I had kind of been too young to follow them their first run in WWE and their WCW run and all that. I kind of came in as a serious fan around the Ruthless Aggression era. So besides JCW, I just wanted to see ICP any chance I could to see anything Juggalo related in mainstream wrestling. I was really excited for it. That reminds me, like in the early 2010s, we saw the Juggalo World Order when Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and them were in TNA, and they came out wearing the Hatchet Man jerseys and shit. That was freaking awesome. What's your Facebook name? See, I'm not going to give you that because I'm trying to stay protected online. I'm trying to build an identity as Pickle Rick, aka the Juggler. You can find it. You can find it. If you find somebody promoting my stuff on various Juggalo Facebook accounts, that's me. Nobody else promotes me but me. So I'm findable, but I'll make you look for it. See if you're a real one. But please, if you do know my real name, please don't ever like announce it on a public chat like this or anything like that. I like to keep that a little on the down low. I don't have a Facebook just for my like YouTube and TikTok stuff. I just have my personal Facebook. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Stranglemania. I'm not gonna go over everything with WrestleMania. I just want to go over some of the better things that I can remember. I was actually a pretty big fan of WrestleMania. Now I don't really follow WWE really at all, but I do watch the four big shows. At least I've been trying to, as I've been doing Locked into Lunacy a little bit before Locked into Lunacy earlier this year, when I was still doing JCW reviews on TikTok. I did a review of Survivor Series live, and then there was There was a past Locked into Lunacy episode where I talked about the Royal Rumble, and then this one I'm talking about WrestleMania. The next big time I'm going to talk about a WWE event, it's going to be SummerSlam. Um, Mostly what I want to talk about on night one was most of what I'm going to talk about is on night two. But mostly what I want to talk about on night one was the main event. Cody Rhodes defending the WWE title against Randy Orton. And I hear a lot of people down on this match, man, but like I really felt like this match had like everything that one could want in a wrestling match and a wrestling story. We had we had the baby face beating the heel in the match, retaining his title. We had Pat McAfee get put through a table by Jelly Roll. I'm a big Jelly Roll fan, so that was freaking awesome. We had Randy Orton doing his heel thing, punting Cody Rhodes in front of his family afterwards. So we like definitely know that this rivalry is not over. It's going to continue on, possibly into Backlash and maybe even beyond that. I do like in the WWE how like when a champion loses his title, they still have that rematch clause. So there's already that built-in like rivalry that's guaranteed to happen. In JCW, we don't have that. When a champion loses his championship, then there's like you never know who's going to be the next person to face him. It's never going to be like just the person that lost it right before that, unless they worked their way up to being number one contender after that. There's no rematch clause in JCW, which is unfortunate because it's like a built-in like these guys are going to go at it for a while. Which I like. I always used to like in wrestling. Um, Night two, man. Night two. There's three matches I really want to talk about. The first one is Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi in his and a Brock Lesnar surprise retirement match. Oh man. So I know there's allegations against Brock Lesnar and stuff like that, but I just want to talk about what I saw in this match. Now I never seen or heard of Obafemi before because like I said, I don't stay in the loop of WWE or mainstream wrestling really at all. Maybe the most I will stay in the loop of WWE outside of a few storylines is I'll listen to what's being said about it on Vince Russo's brand podcast or something like that, or Stevie Richards podcast or something like that. But like I am not in on the WWE, so I was not familiar with Obafemi. But man, was I impressed when this kid made his entrance at WrestleMania because the whole crowd was chanting his name like he was Goldberg. It was obvious that he was the new Goldberg. They were like, Oba, oh, the way they did Goldberg though, like Oba, 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 you know. And this guy is bigger than Brock Lesnar. He's obviously the new guy, so like everything in my head was telling me that hey, Brock needs to put this guy over. I'm gonna be mad if Brock doesn't put this guy over because he's obviously supposed to be the next big thing. And everybody in the crowd was telling us that that was true. And in this match, for this finish, we had Obafemi power slamming Brock Lesnar in the middle of the ring. It was one of the most amazing things I ever seen. You don't normally see a man power slam Brock Lesnar. It was very Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant type vibes. I think this is definitely going to be a WrestleMania moment to go down in the history books. And then we had the surprise retirement. Brock Lesnar starts to get emotional in the ring afterwards, starts taking off his glove and his shoes. I guess he was supposed to fulfill his contract till SummerSlam and then retire. So uh, WWE was not booking this as his final match or anything like that, and they actually didn't even know about it. But this was kind of like Brock Lesnar's like fu to WWE, I guess. Um, so I definitely feel like if this was planned, which we're pretty sure that it wasn't, but if it was genius. First of all, uh, uh, yeah, this is how you do it, man. You don't advertise somebody's retirement. Like, I know the big thing to do is to advertise this guy's last match, and make sure you spend money to come see this guy's last match. But man, when you see like a passing of the torch like this, and then you see the surprise, but this is a moment. This was a genuine surprise WrestleMania moment that we all lived through live. It's something that we can only get on big shows like this, and we can only get it live. Like these moments where history is made, basically. Um, Guys, let me know if I'm way off base with all this, because I've seen some of the comments and some of the podcasts on the internet, and everybody's down on WrestleMania and saying it sucked and saying, oh, this and that was bad and stuff like that. But man, as a non WWE fan coming in with no expectations, I actually thought WrestleMania was pretty good. The other match that I wanted to talk about was not the Punk versus Roman match. That was okay, but it was just kind of a standard WWE match. The other match that I wanted to talk about was Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor as the Demon. Um, Man, so I believe from what I've seen that Finn Balor's only been the Demon like a handful of times in mainstream WWE. I think the Demon was a bigger deal back in his NXT days, but I think that the Demon has been like kind of like a curse to him. I feel like at least two or three of the times like he's tried to pull the Demon gimmick back out, that he ends up getting injured. So I feel like there's kind of like a curse that goes along with that gimmick, and maybe that's why he only saves it for like special occasions. But I feel like in the what, probably like 10 years that he's been up on the main roster, he's probably only did the Demon gimmick like 5 times or so. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, if it's been way more times, if it's been, how many times has Finn Balor been the Demon in mainstream WWE in his last decade career? Let me know, guys. Um, but yeah, he won. Earlier on night one, we had Liv Morgan win. What was it, the WWE Women's Championship? It's hard to tell now because we have like 4 women's championships now. It's hard to keep track. Maybe it was the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I don't know. But anyway, I was pretty impressed with WrestleMania this year. Um, as somebody going into it with no expectations, as somebody going into it not as a fan of WWE, it was pretty good. So, pretty good view of both. But um, I think Stranglemania is going to pull it on top, just because it's not looked so. It's not. Everybody's not dissing on it like they are WrestleMania. Like, everybody is hating on it. I have not seen one review other than mine that's been positive about WrestleMania on YouTube, and that's really unfortunate. And I wonder, for you WWE fans, like, why are you WWE fans? If you know WWE's product is bad, and if you know that you're not happy with it, why don't you go somewhere else for your wrestling fandom, or just not be a wrestling fan? You know what I mean? Um, JCW got me back into wrestling. I originally stopped being a wrestling fan back in like 2016 ish because I was sick of the shit that WWE was doing. And I'm not one of those guys that can stay in a fandom and just complain about it for the next 10 years. I'm going to be like, dude, if I can't enjoy this fandom, I'm going to distance myself from it, because if I'm not a fan, what am I doing in a fandom? You know what I mean? But that's why I like JCW, because I like a lot of the decisions they're making. except for this last one. I like that they have Vince Russo in there, and they have a real writer and everything. I like to see this like once joke promotion now going in and trying to get some legitimacy and trying to do it for real. It's a real underdog story, this JCW, and it just keeps getting better all the time. It's got its own struggles with its touring schedule, um, and how they have to book it. Hopefully, eventually, it can get booked more traditionally, like a wrestling promotion. But yeah, I'm really excited for the future of JCW. Also, the Danhausen thing, freaking hilarious with the little people and the Miz. Um, I had like I am not familiar with a lot of these new guys, so like Danhausen, no idea who he was. This was my first impression of him, and you know what? I think he would be great on JCW. Um, so yeah. I've been saying that I think WrestleMania 42 is better than Stranglemania, but I'm changing my mind because everybody online tells me I'm wrong. So obviously the outsider guy is wrong in this case, and Stranglemania is the clear winner. Um, I don't see really anybody complaining about Stranglemania, and everybody's complaining about WrestleMania. Um, But let me know what you guys think in the comment. Please subscribe to the channel. Um, Follow me over on TikTok. I have a puppet who is a juggalo. He has an ICP hat, and he says funny, edgy stuff over on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. I also do Locked into Lunacy here every Friday night. I try to make also like wrestling content type videos. So stick around. The channel's only going to grow, and we're going to keep doing bigger and better stuff. And you might see an advertisement for me on your favorite JCW podcast uh, coming soon. So whoop whoop, and much clown love for all you juggalos out there. Have an awesome weekend. Peace.